Welcome everybody to the Wrestling Real YouTube channel. I'm Chad Burdine.
And I'm Chris Williams. Tag in with us every Tuesday at 11 a.m. Central on FoxSportsShows.com. Also, you can check out our Fox Sports Shows app in your app store.
And on this channel, you'll have access to our past interviews with WWE Hall of Famers and past legends such as the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase, and WWE superstar Enzo Amore.
How you doing?
And many, many, many more. So please subscribe to our channels, like our videos, and pass it on, man. Because this is the Wrestling Real, because it's still real to us.
We have a caller.
Good morning. Welcome to the Wrestling Real. Who do we have on the line this morning?
This is Odinson.
Odinson!
All right.
Wow, we were just singing your praises, sir. Welcome to the Wrestling Real, man. How are you doing today?
Oh, I'm doing good. Thanks for having me.
Hey, man, thank you for being on the show today. Man, we've been looking forward to this interview for the past couple of weeks since it was rumored that you were going to be on the show. But guys, hailing from one of the 9 realms of Asgard, the master of the F10, he is the New South champion, Mr. Odinson. You can see him live this Sunday, April 29th at Deschler High School in Tuscumbia. Guys, the one, the only Odinson, man. Good morning, man, and welcome to the Wrestling Real. How you doing today?
Doing good, man. Doing good. I'm glad I got through.
Yeah, for sure.
I was
Me too.
calling at the wrong time earlier.
Oh, it's all good,
But,
man. Hey,
I'm with you guys now.
We're totally used to that, man. It's a live wrestling show, so we get botches all the time here on the show. We're totally used to that.
Yeah.
So, man, hey, real quick, the guy that was going to be in here also interviewing you, he's we had to bury him, and he's not even here yet. But I'll go and ask a few questions, man. This Sunday, you were going up against shooter Jason Adams in the main event for the New South Championship title, and give us a little insight about New South and how long you've been with the organization. And because I know that you live in Georgia, but you make the drive, to all the New South shows. So tell with your workout routine and everything, how does that all play in together?
Oh well, I mean, I think it's Saturday, right?
Did I say Sunday? I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
I am so sorry about that.
It's all good. I just want to make sure everyone else knows.
Again, another botch on our part.
It's all good. But, New South, man. I've been there over a year now, just over a year. And, winning the championship, I actually won a ladder match with me, Black Baron, Colin Delaney, and oh my gosh, who's the last guy? Oh, I feel so bad right now.
When was that ladder
I'm
match?
just blanking out right now. It was in Hartsfield.
Was it last?
No, it wasn't. No, it was. Yeah, it was.
Right on.
Yeah, it was in Hartsfield. What's that?
Well, man, I got to say, first of all, that title that you have, I got to say, man, that current championship title that you have is by far the most colossal attraction of a title I have ever seen in my life. And, dude, like, getting to see that title in person is well alone worth the price of admission. And you're such a great guy for the organization, because as soon as the show's over, you were taking pictures with absolutely everybody, man. Like, you're a great face for the company, man. And, man, it's so funny seeing that title being put on kids. Like, you don't even see the kid in the picture. Like, it's nothing but the title, you know? But it's also
giant.
So what was the inspiration or I guess the makeup of that title?
I think they were shooting for the old classic NWA, heavyweight title that Dusty and everybody held.
Yeah.
And I seriously think it's, I don't know how much bigger, but it's definitely bigger than that title.
Oh, for sure. But that's
like me wearing the title makes me look tiny.
Right.
Like, it's crazy.
And dude, like,
I just bring it out as like a shield. I don't even wear it because it's just like, man,
but
I can't look big in it, so no, I'm just gonna carry it.
But that's brilliant though, because with your gimmick and with Odinson having a shield, like, that's just like the warrior, gimmick. I love it. It's absolutely awesome. And man, and that belt is such a draw.
Oh yeah, definitely. it definitely stands out. There's nothing like it. It's a good looking belt for one, and then the size of it is just ridiculous.
Right on. Hey,
Sitting
Odinson,
it in my bag, carrying it around, it's a whole workout in itself.
right on, buddy. Hey, we got to take a short pause for our calls. Can you stay on the line? We want to keep interviewing you if that's okay.
Yeah, that's cool.
All right, man. We'll be right back, guys. Don't forget, this is the Wrestling Reel. We have New South champion Odinson on the line. We got to take a short pause for our calls. For fuck's sake, when we return, more live interview action with Odinson.
If you smell
What the Wrestling Reel
is cooking.
Tag in with us every Tuesday at 11 a.m. right here on 97.9 FM and AM 1340 Fox Sports shows for the Wrestling Reel with Drum and Drummer.
We will recap Monday Night Raw, SmackDown Live, NXT, and all things pro wrestling. So join the dozens and dozens of wrestling fans every Tuesday for the Wrestling Reel with Drum and Drummer, because it's still real to us.
The Wrestling Reel with Drum and Drummer every Tuesday, 11 a.m. to noon on Fox Sports Shoals, 97.9 FM.
Make it real, 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 real.
And we're back here on the Wrestling Reel. Thank you all for tagging in with us today, guys. We come to you live every freaking Tuesday from 11 a.m. to noon right here on Fox Sports Shows, 97.9 FM and AM 1340. And, of course, you can listen for free live right now and on the go for absolutely free from the Fox Sports Shows app. And also, we come to you live right now from the Wrestling Reel Facebook page and from my personal page at Chad Burdine. So connect to us there. Comment. We'll read your comments live here on air. And, guys, before we went on break, we started the live interview with the New South champion, Odinson. We were just talking about the gargantuous, the colossal title that he carries around with him to every single show, and I know that's got to be a biatch to carry around all the time. But guys, continuing the interview, first of all, again, Odinson, thank you so much for being here on the Wrestling Reel this morning.
Oh yeah, no problem. Thanks for having me, guys.
Let's go ahead and continue. I had a couple questions for you. The first being with your character. Your name is Odinson, but with your character being extremely associated with the realm of Asgard, one of the 9 realms being Asgard. How much did the Thor character and maybe the All-Father Odin, the ruler of Asgard, Odin, have an effect on your personal character and maybe even your personal life?
Oh, well, man, I've always been a fan of Thor, the comic books and everything. And I'm actually half Norwegian. So
wow.
Growing up, it was like, oh, yeah, you're Norwegian, all this. My mom was always talking about it and everything. So from a young age, it was like, okay, yeah, Vikings and all that. And I got into all that stuff. And then going into strength sports, which I have a background in powerlifting and doing Highland Games and strongman, stuff like that. The Norse guys, the Norwegian guys, the Scandinavian guys were always, really good, and like John Paul Sigmason and, guys like that, always yelling Viking power and all that. So it's something I always connected with. So then, recently with the Thor movies coming out and everything, it's nice because now more people are, seeing like that kind of stuff that I've always associated myself with. So now it's kind of more like mainstream.
For sure.
So like with Thor and everything, like my character is sort of, I'm sort of Thor, but I'm not. Like I never say that I am. I don't want to be the stereotypical Thor.
Sure.
But I am a son of Odin. So, I could be Thor, I could be Loki, I could be, any of them. But with the whole movie and everything, man, especially the trailer for the new one coming out, just looks Ragnarok.
Oh yeah,
amazing.
You know, and it's so funny because I was talking to the guys here in the studio last week about this. I was like, you know what? I'm going to go to Stan Lee, and we are going to get a petition to have you at least make a cameo in, like, the Infinity War, like the Avengers Infinity War, whenever that comes out. Because we cannot wait. Of course, you know, like you said, with the new Thor coming out, but they're still in pre-production for Infinity War. So I would love to have the New South champion, Odinson, make a cameo in freaking Infinity War. I think you're going to kick Thanos' ass. You're going to be the one that does it.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
Give Thanos a good F10. F10 Thanos' ass. That's awesome,
Take it for a ride. Oh, yeah. They actually used my theme song for the new trailer, the Immigrant Song by Led Zeppelin.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah, when that came out, I was just like, man, this is so perfect for me.
Yeah. Well, it's definitely telling because, like you said, I mean, you obviously have had this gimmick for a while, but as soon as, like, these Thor movies came out, man, that just, like, puts you over, like you said, to a brand new mainstream audience. I mean, usually wrestling and comic books go hand in hand, but especially with Thor being one of the most, if not the most powerful superhero in all of comics, not just the Marvel, universe, but the entire comic book realm. I mean, dude, that just makes your character go out the roof, man. So I know kids are loving it, and especially the massive tattoo you have in the center of your chest. Like, dude, that's just badass.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's something I got while I was doing powerlifting and all that. This is a tribute.
Yeah.
Viking Power.
That's awesome, man. Well, real quick, and I don't want to give away any of your secrets or anything, but what was the inspiration of the silver spray paint that you put in your mouth before a match? Like what does that consist of? I mean, because I got to know because it's so freaking cool.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, actually, I wear a mouth guard usually when I wrestle because I've had a few chipped teeth and everything, and I was getting irritated at that happening. So started wearing a mouth guard, and then I don't know why I chose silver, but I started rocking a silver mouth guard, and then the Mad Max movie came out, Fury Road, the new one a few years ago, and the characters in that, the War Boys, before they commit suicide in battle, they spray paint their mouths chrome with spray paint. And before they go to Valhalla, and I was just like, oh, man, that's awesome. Like, that's so perfect. I've always been a huge Mad Max fan as well. So the fact that they combine Mad Max and Valhalla and then the awesome visual of the spray in their mouth, and I was already doing the silver mouth guard already, I was like, that's perfect. That's just a great visual. I'll come out, for my entrance, spray my war paint on, witness me. Like, it just clicked so well. I just loved it.
Yeah.
And I love that I'm able to keep doing it.
It totally gets over completely with the fans because they're all expecting it, and as soon as you do it, you get the huge pop. And what's also really cool is, like, post the show when you're talking to the fans or whatever, it's still kind of just dripping out of your mouth. So, it's really cool to see that up close because it looks like you're ready to continue to go to war. Like, you're still ready to beat people up. Like, that's awesome, man.
Oh, yeah.
And I totally did not even put the two and two together, with Mad Max and then, when they battle in Valhalla. Like, that's awesome. That's really, really, really cool. And it's very, very original. So props to you, man, for taking that and running with it, man, for sure.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And real quick, I've got to also say, this Saturday, I keep getting Sunday on my brain. I think because Launch Point Church is putting this on. And what do you do on Sundays? You go to church normally. So that's why I've got Sundays on my brain. Anyway, this Saturday, you are defending your New South Championship against Jason Shooter Adams. And, of course, that's this Saturday at Deschler High School in the Dome. That's the gymnasium at Deschler High School. Bell time is at 7:30, but you are going to be in the main event defending your colossal, your gargantuous, immaculate New South Championship against Jason Shooter Adams. And is there anything that you want to say right now to put that match over and to give Shooter Jason Adams a forewarning of what's to come?
Oh, man. I mean, he's a big dude. I know he's been wrestling a while. He's in great shape. He's got a great physique. I'm sure he's got some strength. But the fact of the matter is, he doesn't have the strength that Odinson has. I've been blessed by the All-Father himself, and I will prove to everyone there why I am called the warlord of all wrestling. Okay? Jason Adams, I hope you're listening, man. I know we've had our, we've had some, backstage flex-offs and everything, but this Saturday, man, it's going down, and you will all witness the warlord of wrestling in action.
Well, the funny thing is, Odinson, is that Shooter Jason Adams is here, and he is listening. And I have to agree with you on everything you said, both about yourself and especially about me. I do have a great physique. But the one thing that I don't care how big they are and how strong they are or who they think their father is and where he comes from, the one thing that's always going to remind them that they're not going to get on top of me is that I've taken it for 20 years and you've taken it for about 3. But the beating that you're going to have to take is going to be 20 years worth of pent-up aggression and anger that I'm going to be bringing to Deschler to let Odinson realize that, yeah, you can be the son of a god, but that don't mean you get out of the aim of the shooter.
There you have it, guys. I mean, if that doesn't get you aroused and excited for this Saturday at Deschler High School, like, my God, that's – wow. Odinson versus freaking Jason Shooter Adams. I cannot wait for that match. So this, again, guys, that is this Saturday, April 29th at Deschler High School in the Dome, bell time 7:30, and I believe all proceeds, or a good portion of the proceeds, are going to Launch Point Church to help their youth program out and to maybe get vans and supplies that they need to do mission trips and whatnot. So thank you, Launch Point Church, for having this show and putting it on for us, because we'd love to have more local wrestling shows here in the Shoals. So Odinson, thank you so much for being on the show, and you're welcome here on the Wrestling World anytime. Is there any parting words that you'd like before we get out of here?
I appreciate you guys for having me on. Thank you. It was fun. Come out this Saturday, Odinson versus Jason Adams. You don't want to miss it.
There you have it, guys. New South champion Odinson defending his New South championship against Jason Shooter Adams this Saturday, April 29th at Deschler High School. Odinson, have a great day, buddy. Again, you're welcome here anytime, buddy. Have a good day.
Thank you, guys. You too.
Bye-bye. Wow, it got really hot and steamy in here for a second. And it's kind of a woo! Talk about promo versus promo. We got a son of a god versus a son of a bitch. Here we go. That's the gimmick. That is the match of matches that's going to be happening. Cannot wait. Again, guys, that is this Saturday at Deschler High School, 7:30 p.m. bell time. The main event, you will see New South champion Odinson defending his New South championship against Jason Shooter Adams. Jason, I hate even calling you Jason. I never call you Jason.
Yeah, I know.
So, Shooter, man, I mean, real quick before we go on break, I mean, like you just said.
It's on, man.
It's 20 versus 3.
Yeah, it's on. I mean, this is honestly, look, I don't just get the Shooter moniker because I like to hurt people in the ring. It's because I'm straight. Like, I'm not even going to give any bull crap here. This is an impressive dude. He's got a good thing going. But I've run into a lot of impressive dudes that had good things going before, and I tend to stop those good things.
He seems like a great guy, and there's a reason that he's the face of the company for a reason.
Absolutely.
But we will see this Saturday if he's going to continue to be the face.
Sometimes companies need to go in a new direction.
Yeah,
and
sure.
I have a feeling that we're going to bring the new
to New South.
South.
Boom. I like direction. That. Well, guys, we got to take one more. We got a couple more segments.